Yo, what's good with it? What's good with it? Welcome back to A1 Hoop Zone. Man, y'all already know what time it is, man. We calling this the pop out edition. Missed my live as of yesterday, was busy with the family, so definitely had to tap in with y'all and get to cooking on things, man. So if you're catching the playback on this joint, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. For my individuals that's in the house right now, checking it out, man. What's good with it? Daniel Barry, salute to you. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights in the building, salute to you. He said, Fire Palinka. What's good with it, Danny Barry? What's good with it? Hey, that's like the common theme over here that I'm hearing a lot about, man. Fire Palinka, Fire Palinka, Fire Palinka. I'm like, yeah, you ain't gonna get nobody. You're not gonna get me to disagree with you. You're not gonna get me to go out there waving the, you know what I'm saying, waving the panel with it either. But at the same time, if it happens, it happens. It's a business. I ain't gonna cry over spilled milk. You know what I mean? What's good with it, DP? Salute to you, brother. Salute to you. Appreciate you sliding through this joint, man. Appreciate you sliding through. Um, yeah, man. Like I said, this is the pop out edition, bro. No notification or anything. Literally made a thumbnail, created it, and hopped on this joint just to get right into it, dive in and get up out the way. But yeah, definitely wanted to talk about a few things, man. I know, and I'll probably start right off the bat so I don't forget. My guy Monty had texted me, was like, bro, can we please talk about or give me your take on this Kaylin Clark and Reese, Angel Reese, rookie of the year situation that's happening in the WNBA, right? And I was like, sure, we can talk about it, but I think a lot of it is we see, what that is right now. We see what's being pushed. We see who getting supported. We see who getting the hate and things of that nature. I think a lot of it boils down to, again, America's sweetheart versus the person that look a certain way, but also at the same time the way she coming with that energy. They don't like that. What's good with it? Just do. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you. Appreciate you coming through. They don't like that energy that Angel Reese is giving off, that boldness, that confidence, that love for the game, that ability to have a personality and be able to go out there and put butts in seats. Caitlin is it's a different type of support system for her. You know what I mean? She getting the support again. She getting backed by the machine, and the masses is wanting to look for their next Larry Bird. You know what I mean? That they next great white hope. And again, that's no hate, no slight, no disrespect. But again, y'all know how I give it up over here, man. I give it up extremely straight down the middle. You know what I mean? I ain't no ducking and dodging, ain't no beating around the bush. I'm gonna give it to you straightforward. You know what I mean? None of that other stuff. What's good with a G5? Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you sliding through this joint. DP in the building. What's good with it, bro? He said Magic versus Bird 2.0. Exactly. Except for it's the women's edition, bro. And we see what's happening. We see what's coming with that, and we can see how they trying to make it happen. For me, I think it's good for the game personally. Why? Because when is the last time the WNBA has been this hyped or this talked about, whether it be one or two people specifically? When's the last time you're hearing it getting this much push, right? And it's bringing attention to what? It's bringing attention to how these women are completely underpaid. It's bringing attention to how vastly, you know what I'm saying? So it's bringing a lot of light to the WNBA that people wasn't getting before. So it's good for the game to bring attention to it. Now, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they can do something about it or something can come from it from a positive standpoint that they start making more money. They start getting those more prime time hours or prime time big TV deals and things of that nature where they playing in front of millions of the masses. Right now, it's like you're not really seeing right now. Actually, I take that back. You're starting to see a pickup of ticket sales. You're starting to see butts in seats at these WNBA games. You're starting to see how hyped these people are. You know what I mean? They going down supporting their squads and things of that nature. So you're seeing this stuff happening in real time now. But before, it was a lull in period of time, man, where you wasn't getting that. You wasn't getting them talking about it on ESPN or Sports Center and all that type of stuff. You wasn't hearing about this or seeing random WNBA commercials and things of that nature, man. So it's like now you're starting to see that, and that's coming full effect. So for me, it's a good thing. I would think that they definitely would think it's a good thing, pushing for that type of support for women's basketball for sure. Um, DP said, "Imagine what Kobe would have done with it, bro." That's the thing, and a lot of people, if you're a fan of basketball, but Kobe would, obviously with his squad of daughters he had, and they love and interest of basketball. Kobe was already setting up a formula to be able to go in there and promote WNBA heavy as hell because he wanted his daughter to be amongst those players and setting up camps, shoe deals, Nike deals, supporting or what was it, sponsoring different type of women's athletes as far as basketball players and things of that nature. Man, Kobe was making moves that was going to definitely put more butts in seats, and it was going to have the backing and the support of one of the, one of the greatest to ever do it. You know what I mean? When he showed up to a couple of them WNBA games, man, And people saw, what did you see? You saw it on TV. All of a sudden, they're talking about Kobe being at a WNBA game. Okay, who's playing at this WNBA game? Who's on the team? He started seeing it, starting getting this push from the mass media. Kobe he was on the right track, man. He was definitely, obviously, we all know he left way too early, but he was definitely on the right track of helping and supporting WNBA and women's rights and basketball and things of that nature. Joe Schmoser, salute to you. She said, America can't deal with the boldness like Angel. They want a sweetheart to be the face of America. That's a fact. That's exactly what they want. They don't want anybody that's going to actually have a personality and stand on their own merit and believe in what they believe in. Instead, they want somebody that they can control and manipulate, or that just look a certain way, that can be a certain way. And we all know what that is. You know what I mean? What's understood ain't got to be explained. You know what I mean? What's good with it, Quick? My bad. I thought I actually said what's good with it, Quick. Salute to you coming through. Yeah, and for sure, yeah, y'all already know, man. I'm a Lakers fan, Kobe fan second, but I'm not delusional about my fandom. I don't give hate to these other fighters to big up or hate to these other players to big up one of my favorite basketball players that ever do it. I'm able to see it down the middle and give everybody their credit and things of that nature, man. So hopefully, or possibly, if Monty Brown pop in this joint, he'll be able to kind of give us a little take on a little bit more or comment on that part. But that was just what I had to say about it. I'm not surprised. I mean, whoever has the best game is gonna win Rookie of the Season, and no matter how you look at it, whoever don't win, it's gonna be a whole lot of something to be said. Caitlin win it, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have people backing Angel Reese. If Angel Reese win it, you're gonna have the world backing, Caitlin Clarkson, she should have won it, and things like that. It's like, one is they're making history in different points. One is, getting a double-double, most double-doubles in WNBA history. The other got a triple-double. It's like there are certain things that's happening right now, or threes made in the game as a rookie and stuff like that. There's certain things that's happening right now in the WNBA by these young guns that, what I mean? Again, and there's some veterans in the WNBA that said they're excited. They're happy about it because they said, I don't care about it personally. I just wanted to bring more eyes or viewership to the WNBA for people to understand their passion that they play with and the love they have for the game. You know what I mean? So shout out to them. Shout out to them for sure. DP said, I like the rival. It's good for the league. If they know the history of Magic and Johnson, then that's a fact. Absolutely, that's a fact. He said, is it because is it because you brighter than me? I have no idea what you I don't know what you're talking about. I think or maybe I gotta go back and read the chat, read the chat on it, or I got lost and I was too far behind. My bad, y'all. My bad. But like I said, this gonna be the pop out. So I'm gonna go everywhere and anywhere. I'm not gonna stick to one agenda. I didn't have one specific thing I wanted to talk about. Wanted to hop on and kind of skate and see where the wind blows me with the conversation. So it ain't gonna be a rant. It's just gonna be a nice Southern cooking where you're gonna have a mix of everything in here to take away and enjoy from it. But in the videos I've been dropping, man, I dropped a video talking about KD, how he's gonna miss Monday's game. He missed another practice. I think that's a scrimmage against Australia that's set for Monday. He said, you ain't seen me when I spoke. Yeah. No, I thought I did speak, but I was literally like, when I had it pulled up, I had the comment pulled up, but then literally it was talking about something else because my train of thought was already going. My bad. Nah, I ain't see that. What's good with the D-Free? I'm gonna make sure I slow down so I can make sure I get everybody right that come in the building, man. But yeah, it's one of the things, like I said, and going back to it before I lose my train of thought, KD, I made a video saying, what did I say? I said, KD right now been dealing with a lot of injuries, right? Don't be surprised if the Phoenix Suns go ahead and get him up out of here. We need him to go back home, rest up, be healthy coming into the NBA season, and not coming into a situation where he planned on a kind of an injury and it's a domino effect to the rest of his body, and all of a sudden he got another injury. You know what I mean? I personally don't think he's going to play in the W or in the Olympics or for Team USA. I don't think he's going to do it. I think he's going to get pulled prior to it, or I'd be shocked if they kept him on the roster to allow them to get healthy just for him to play, knowing that he still has some type of lingering injury. That's the part I would be shocked about. But I think they're going to yank him up out of there. If they smart, they would. DP said, how is the finals MVP not on Team USA? Because Team USA made sure the finals MVP not on there the same way they made sure Kyrie's not on there. They too outspoken, they too brash, they too real, they too honest. And they too to the point where if the media outlets ask him or ask them, any kind of situation, they're not going to give the politically correct answer. They're going to be real. They're going to be right down the middle. No matter how it turn out, they're going to give something that's gonna be a hot take for people, and they're gonna have an issue with it. They're not gonna give that. Well, it is rain. It is it's sunny outside. The skies are blue, and we're just looking to enjoy the beautiful day. They're not gonna give you that. They're gonna give you some. Man, I just saw somebody get popped down the street. Y'all over here talking to me when y'all should be, what I'm saying, reporting on that. But y'all want to hear about the mess that's going on over here, ignoring what's going on over there. That's the type of response they're going to give you. And as soon as that happens, y'all already know what's going to come with that. Y'all know what's going to come with it. It's going to be a whole lot of headache and a whole bunch of other stuff too. So for me, I look at it from that standpoint, like that's why they're not. You know what I mean? Right now, you have the backing of the basketball fans that's talking about why the hell isn't Jalen, stepping in there? Why wasn't he selected for Team USA? Why wasn't Kyrie selected for Team USA? You're gonna have them people out there. And again, it's just those two individuals specifically, just because they've shown in the past when a mic is in front of their face, so they're gonna give you a real-time answer. They're gonna give you a real-time response. Right now, Kyrie is on a enjoying peace and solidarity and all that type of vibe, right? But at the same time, when you ask him a certain question, he gonna give you the real answer. He ain't gonna sit there and give you no half-ass answer or make up some weak type of point to it. Quee said they don't like that truth being spoken. Sounds familiar. Yep, they definitely don't. Danbury was good. He said Atlanta dramatic top 5 teams in the East, maybe. That's a good point, Danbury. I'm gonna come back to that. We'll come back to that for sure. What's good with A17 salutes? He said Jalen's backing with Kyrie, and his boys got a Nike, and the way he hides the swoosh, Nike held it against him. It's a fact, bro. That's definitely a fact. And he called him out, telling them how the hell they gonna have the audacity to have something bad to say about somebody, but we know what y'all doing over here. Like, come on, man. And DP said, and Grant Hill pick the team, bro. And again, you dangle this in front of it to try and hide or try and get the backing of people that look like us to be like, oh, it ain't none of that going on. But in reality, like Grant Hill said it without saying it. Like, bro, I picked the team, but and what did he say? And I'm paraphrasing, we appreciate our support, our partners greatly for Team USA. I mean, I ain't gotta say too much. Y'all know what that means. Y'all know what that means. A1 says same way BD got fucked over Team USA after he was chosen to go to UCLA over Duke. People in the organization, especially white folks, running it. And he's like, they don't go. Yeah, we know what comes with it, man. We know what comes with it. We made another Blue Devil take fall. Yep, we know what comes with all of that, man. We not dumb over this way. We gonna speak on it and we gonna rock out with it. But again, like I said, man, with KD, he gonna be going home, and I honestly think they have no choice but to go Jalen or Kyrie. If they go Paul George, it is like you won't really knock it, but how do you explain that? You can say that he's willingly and accepted the fact that he's not who he thought he was. He's not a one option. He's able to give in to his contemporaries or who he believes the number one and stuff like that. If you go anybody outside of Jalen or Kyrie, and I'll throw Paul George in there. Anybody else outside of that, you're gonna have a litany of you're gonna have some issues. I can tell you that Team USA gonna have some absolute issues. You're gonna have people on their helmet bad, and I'm gonna be one of them. Absolutely one of them, because that won't make no sense at all if they don't do it. If they don't pick him up, it's gonna be all bad. I can tell you that right now. But back to what Dane Barry said for saying the Orlando Magic top 5 team in the East. Let me take a look and actually see who is in the East right now. Let me take a look, man. So right now in the East, we have Celtics just won it. You got Knicks, Bucks. They got Cavs, and they got Magic as number 5, right? Realistically, you could put the Magic above the Cavs just because they got Donovan. Is like, I think the Magic is a little bit more hungry, honestly. But you're gonna have to put Philly in that top 5 too with that acquisition of Paul George. Everybody else is like, it's hit or miss. It's hot or cold. You know what I mean? There ain't really no big differential maker that or shake up a difference in between those teams that you can say this team is much better than the next. You know what I mean? But I agree. I think Orlando is one of the top teams. They picked up Contavious Caldwell Pope, savvy veteran and a champion, two-time champion, if I'm not mistaken. That is a sneaky pickup that people are going to overlook, but definitely going to pay dividends for the Orlando Magic, man. Absolute dividends. Like people just don't know. Just don't know. And A17 is saying who does the blame seem to fall on Grant Hill? Yeah, that's what I said. Grant Hill getting cooked for it, bro. Absolute cook for it. He said, I doubt he goes after all this. If I was Jalen Brown, and as weird as this may sound, bro, I probably would decline their offer just because it almost seems as if it's a public outcry and a begging for it, even though he came out and put like a little emoji thing, you know what I'm saying, reacting to it and things of that nature as far as Team USA and stuff like that. I think it's just one of the things where you just let it be what it's gonna be, bro. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Y'all didn't want me the first, second, or third time. I'm good. I have no interest. I wouldn't be surprised for the next go around for the next, whether it be FIBA World Games or the actual Olympics, that Jalen Brown is like, nah, I'm good. Y'all did me this way. I'll pass. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised at all if that happens. A17 said, and if KD leaves, you need another big wing. He too small. That's the thing. They have enough big wings over there because all their wings are damn near around the same size. Like LeBron, Kawhi, well, Kawhi left, but LeBron, Tatum, Book, Anthony Edwards, who else we got? Even Derek White. All of those guys are around that 6'6" to 6'9" height. They're all around that same thing. Then you got Bam Adebayo. Then you got Anthony Davis, and you got Joel Embiid. So you got three bigs right there that are perfectly fine with being like bigs or being a four. But you got enough guards: Drew Holiday, Steph Curry, Devin Booker. Like you're extremely guard heavy, and you got enough from that standpoint of it. So it's a matter of just finding the right guys to mix and match with the next guys. You know what I mean? It ain't Grant Hill fault. No, it ain't Grant Hill fault. But hey, they put him in position for a reason. They don't. Why you think they ain't having Steve Kerr in front of the cameras? Why you think they not putting who is it? The other guy, man. They putting certain individuals in front of the cameras to deal with this type of criticism because it's coming from a specific, what I'm saying, type of group. You know what I mean? Like you're not hearing too many other people crying about it or saying or having something to say about it outside of people that look like me. It's not even crying about it. You're not hearing about people having something to say about it outside of people that look like me. Nobody else is saying about it. Nobody else care. A17 said, you think it was just him. He's just a fall guy. Yep. He said A17 said Adam Silver. He put it on the black man absolves then. Nike. Yep. And then need some bigs. Nah, I don't think they got Joel, AD, and Bam. If you look at the Olympic style of play, it's all up tempo now. And a lot of these European bigs are all stretch bigs. The US should be up tempo the entire time. When they want to slow it down, they probably go and allow Embiid to just absolutely eat and feast. I think they got Embiid and they got AD because AD and Embiid have also dealt with Jokic when it came to dealing with him. They was able to deal with him and handle him and make him play defense when they did, play those one-off type of games. So that's the other part too. KD 7 freaking feet. Scotty Barnes would be a sneaky good. True, but I don't know if Scotty Barnes is a U.S. citizen or not. I'll have to check that. I'm not even 100% sure, honestly, if he committed to a different team or not. I have to double check that. We said AD is accident prone. He is, but this year he hasn't been as much. He's been, I think this is the most games he's played, and I can't remember how many seasons. But in these one-off type games, he'll be all right. He'll be perfectly fine. Somehow, some way, trust me, when it's certain games, he'll find a way to play. When it's something else, it's, a random team, a team that he shouldn't even be playing 40 minutes against, and he's playing 40 minutes. That's the games he'll get hurt, which is weird, but it definitely happens. A17 said, that's why I say Scotty Barnes is perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look and see. I'm gonna have to look and see. I'm not 100% sure. DP said I'd put LeBron in the paint for real. Let someone bring the ball up. That's the point. That's the point, DP. That's why they got. That's why they got Curry. That's why they got Drew Holiday. That's why they got Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, and all these other guards that are combo guards that can bring the ball up. And LeBron's not. I do not think LeBron's gonna be bringing the ball up like that. I think we're gonna see a lot of up tempo and a lot of pushing the ball. I think that's one thing you're gonna see a lot of. Demetrius Bright, what's good with it, bro? Salute to you. He says, salute. Doesn't make sense. You lose a 4 Kawhi Leonard, but then get a point guard and Derek White. That's the thing, Demetrius Bright. If you look at, let me tell y'all exactly how tall Derek White is. Derek White is much taller than y'all think he is. Derek White is, he is, and I'm not even looking at it yet. I want to say Derek White is 6'6", but let me take a look. Let me take a quick. So it got him listed as 6'4", right? Now, him being 6'4", I've seen him going against other guards or standing next to a Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum, and there's not that big of a difference as far as height. And we all know that Jaylen Brown is listed as, let me take a look. I'll tell y'all JB's height too. JB is 6'6", so he's 6'6", right? And I've seen JB against standing next to people that's slightly taller than him, and he doesn't look that short. And Jason Tatum is taller than both of them. So you got wings again. The shortest person on this team is Steph Curry. Everybody else, bro, is like 6'4" and up. 6'4", and it's like a legitimate 6'4". They'll like, and I hate to keep doing this to AI, man, but Allen Iverson was listed. They put 6 foot or 6'1" or 6'2". Allen Iverson's like 5'10", 5'11". 5'11" at the most, and that might be with Black Forces on. And he can't wear Forces, so that'd be with some Reebok Classics on. AI is 5'10". And I'm telling you, I met AI, and I'm looking down at him like, this dude is cool, man. Like, you know, he's little as hell, but it is what it is, man. DP said even at 40, he's still good in the paint against foreigners. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. LeBron gonna work these dudes out. That's something I don't even have to worry about. He gonna work them out like a Bowflex plan. Not concerned about it. It's gonna happen. A17 said he is. He just played for the Raptors. Okay. He from Florida. Okay. Yeah, that would have been a good pickup. But yeah, that's interesting that he wasn't even considered or anything like that, and he's not even playing for the select team. Maybe he was dealing with some type of injury. Is the only thing I can think of. But yeah, that definitely would be a good pick, good slight little pickup for him. But no, it is what it is from that point. A17 said Brown be in the paint, rebound and playing D. Yeah, because he rejuvenated, bro. He getting to play with Steph, which is a person he said he's been wanting to play with, he's excited and anxious to play with. So he again, that allows him freedom from bringing the ball up, freedom from having to be a playmaker and everything else. LeBron, like for one of the first times with the type of lineup they gonna have, bro, he gonna get to play with complete freedom and happiness, enjoy the game, because he realized that he literally does not have to do everything. You got a handful of other players on this team that's either around the same height or has a better skill set, faster, can jump as high, can shoot just as good, and are able to do the same thing he can do. So he is excited about that, bro. Like he is like, yeah, I can literally go out here and pick my spots and what is it? Add on to my legacy. I ain't gonna say lift it. It's just add on. At this point, ain't nothing else he can really do outside of winning championships where people are gonna kind of change his change his legacy at all. Outside of winning championships, the rest is just extra cherry or extra icing on top type of thing. A17 said White plays an international game on Marisso and Jaylen Brown, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I say. White is a Swiss Army knife, a low maintenance star that pretty much acts like he's not a star. Like Derek White acts as if that's his third year in the league and he's still trying to earn a spot. It's a different type of hunger and hunger that he plays with. Derek White don't need the ball either. Nope. He can catch and shoot. He can go and get it on a rebound, or he can just not shoot the ball at all and play defense and look to pass and get others involved and not care one bit what his point stats or what his stats say in that stat sheet. A17 saying he won't have all the responsibility he deals with in LA. Yep, LeBron won't. Not at all, bro. Quee said, bro, honestly, I just miss the original bigs, not these hybrids we have now. I miss how physical the paint used to be. I think you just like fisticuffs or something, or you're a violent person. I'm gonna go with that, man. But I hear what you're saying. I think now the game has just gotten so sped up to the point where it's like you have to be able to have that in your bag. If you don't, you're gonna get exposed badly. You know what I mean? Badly. I mean, like, again, I hate to bring this dude up again, man, but Roy Hibbert got exposed. Taco Fall, and again, he could do a little bit, but just the stiffness and slowness kind of got didn't really get exposed. He just didn't get the opportunity. It's like certain bigs, if you don't have the ability to kind of do one or two of these extra things, you're gonna get exposed. And we seeing that left and right. DP says someone need to tell JJ that LeBron don't need the ball. Man, on the Lakers, bro. D'Angelo Russell, when it come to him, if he's not knocking down threes, he is a complete liability and no type of a asset or contributor or any type of help other than that. If he's not scoring, he can't guard he can't rebound. Playmaking and assisting, he's okay at it, but he needs to be scoring in order for the playmaking to take full effect. So it's like, again, if he's not scoring, he's not really doing anything. He's not helping you out there. That's the part that annoys the hell out of me, being that I'm a freaking diehard Lakers fan, but it is what it is, man. 817 saying losing a defender like Kawhi, I can see why they went with Derek White. Jalen be hot and cold at times. Nah, I disagree with that one, 817. Jalen, with the leap and bounds that he made from last year to this year and what he proved and showed in the playoffs, he is a two-way player and he's efficient and he can do it at the highest level. That's what he showed me, because he was consistent at it too. He got after it. He never gave up on the defensive end. He got after it, and his attitude and mentality was, I'm going to keep coming offensively and on defense. He never quit, never did it. Quee said, I loved it. I was considered a big on paper, but I'm in the paint banging. She said, you ain't going to remember when you played number 42. Yeah, nah, you was out there playing rugby ball. You wasn't playing no damn basketball. 817 saying Jalen got more of an ego. He's very intelligent and on code, but he needs to be on the new team, Team USA, that he can headline. No, I disagree. Again, disagree with that too, bro. The man ain't ego. He doesn't have an ego. He's confident, but he's comfortable. And he's came out and said this. And then when you talk about other players that's done played with him, there's more to it, bro. Don't believe what you hearing Stephen A. Smith goofy ass saying or none of that. It's not what you think. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, that dude is like a bigger version of Kyrie. And we know how Kyrie is. And he just want to play basketball at the highest level and enjoy playing the game. And then when you ask him something, he's gonna give you the real. That's exactly how Jaylen Brown is, bro. I'm telling you. DP says Shaq wouldn't be able to play right now. It depends what year Shaq. It depends what year Shaq. Shaq had the ability to play up-tempo basketball, but he could be dominant as hell. But as far as shooting a mid-range and stuff like that, nah. Or shooting threes, nah. He couldn't, but he could still dominate a game. Because if Embiid can do it, again, being Shaq's size, how nimble he was and how powerful he was, imagine just seeing Embiid play the same way, except for he just don't shoot as many threes or mid-range. That's what you would see out of Shaq. I think Shaq he'll be all right in this time and age. That's at least that's what I think. Anyone says that they coming back. Zach Edey balling, and Sarr looks great too. Donovan Clingan is a bad boy too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. I haven't watched any. I've only been able to watch like two summer league games. That was one yesterday when I was at the casino at the bar. Family was taking a nap, you know what I'm saying? Kids that were knocked out. I was like, me slide down there real quick, have me a little drink and watch some of this Laker game to see what Connect was doing, to see what Bronny was doing and things of that nature. I had to check that out real quick. Oh, my bad, 817. He said it's some young bigs on the new way up, including Lively. Yeah, Lively is a wiry big. That dude can jump out of the gym and is energetic as hell. 817, that's what I'm saying. How long it take? This year, hey, you gotta say the same thing about Tatum, bro. If you're gonna bring up Jaylen Brown, you gotta say the same thing about Tatum, because I haven't seen no maturation or difference in Tatum's game whatsoever. The only thing I saw Tatum do was go from maybe not shooting as many threes to shooting more threes. He defends an overall player. For me, I think Jaylen Brown is better than Jason Tatum. Jaylen plays better defense, more efficient, and he can handle the ball better than Jason Tatum can. And he can get his shot off better. If you don't believe me, go pull up a highlight reel and you'll see what I'm talking about. There's no hater slight to Jason Tatum. He still got game, he can ball, but overall better player, I'm picking Jaylen Brown. That's just me. I appreciate a two-way player. I appreciate somebody being able to want it just as much as on the offensive end, to want it on the defensive end just as much they want it on the offensive end. I don't see that from Tatum at all. I don't see over the past, 5, however many years they've been together, which one of them is accepting the harder guard or the best team other player. I only see that from one person. When they wanted a shutdown situation and they were going up against a Kyrie or going up against a scoring guard, guess who they put on that guard? Jaylen Brown. Guess who they put on the other guard? Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum was nowhere to be found, bro. And then on top of him guarding, JB was still giving them buckets. Like, nah, I'm sorry, I'm not going. I'm not going for the train of pushing that. He said they play different positions, bro. They both guards. They're a small forward and a shooting guard. They don't play their intermix or inter. Hey, what's up, bro? It's not gonna work, man. They are both. They have Jason Tatum listed as a power forward. He's not a power forward, bro. Jaylen Brown is a small forward. Those two are JB is the 2, and Tatum is the 3. When you look at the game, they'll have Derek White as the point guard, or they'll have Drew Holiday and Derek White both listed as point guard, right? When you look at the game, if they put a starting 5 out there, and let's just say that we exclude Al Horford, they could put a lineup out there where you have Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Porzingis. What is the lineup we always saw? Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Porzingis. Look at the maturation and breakdown of what those positions are. Like, come on, man. I'm telling you, it ain't that. 817, they didn't want to have front page quotes coming to Team USA. They want guys to be joyful with them and each other, bro. Already feel slighted. Yeah, that's what I said. I said the same thing earlier. That's why I said I wouldn't even go if I was him, even if they selected him to do it. You know what I mean? That, bro, so how was Scottie Pippen guarding other teams' guards? Like you bringing up a height difference saying 6'10". Well, how tall was Tracy McGrady? How tall were these other guards? How tall was Metta World Peace or Ron Artest, Shane Battier? These other guards, the Kobe stopper, all these guys were all like 6'6" plus. My point is, when you're known as a defensive stopper, if you are 6'9" and down, they're gonna put you on the other team's best player, regardless if that player is 6'2" to 6'6". Like, come on, man. He said, I'm gonna ask you again, who's 6'10" locking up Kyrie? Bro, it's not a locking up. Like, I think you talking too much. You're not listening enough. Like, it's not a locking up. What I'm saying to you is that he never took that assignment to guard the other team's best player. You using Kyrie as an example is me also saying that why wouldn't Jason Tatum try to use his height and length to his advantage? That's one of the things where they use defenders that are bigger because they want to use height and length as an advantage over a guard. Jaden McDaniels for the Timberwolves, another person who is a big wing that they like to put on smaller guards to use as height and length to bother them, bro. Like, either we're saying the same thing or you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. That I don't know where that miscommunication or translation is going, but I'm telling you, bro. Like, I did this. I do this. I played basketball. I played against NBA players. Like, I've had conversations with multiple NBA players, and they've explained this to me, and I've seen it for myself. I'm just telling you the facts of it, bro. Salute to my brother Dimitri right in the super chat. He says, salute, fam. Jalen is Kawhi 2.0. Politics is the fix. Where's Vince? That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. Let me get you right real quick. So going above and beyond for me, let me do the same for you, bro.
Just look at this spectacular takeoff. He jumped over his head.
Salute to Demetrius Bright in that super chat with that $10, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, 817, I don't know, man. 817 must be trolling and messing with me, bro. I'm telling you. When I didn't have the conversations of it, bro. Absolutely had it. You can Google however heights. You can go look up highlights of it. You know what I mean? You can look at all that. It's going to boil back down to the exact same thing I just told you. Jason Tatum being, 6'8", maybe 6'9" at the most. Him and JB, bro, when you known as a defender, you going to guard the other team best player, regardless of height or any – well, not I can't say regardless of height, because you're not going to have no 6'8" or 6'7" person trying to guard no damn 7-footer. I mean, I guess Draymond, bro. Actually, hold on, man. Let me see how tall Draymond is, because they be trying to say Draymond, like, when he plays center and stuff like that. Like, bro, Draymond is probably like 6'6", and he was out there guarding. Yeah, he is 6'6". They got him listed as 6'6". Draymond was 6'6", bro, guarding like 7-footers and making it work and make it happen. I guess he looked at a bunch of Dennis Rodman tape and was able to take from that and apply that to his game on how to guard bigs. That's the only thing I can say that makes sense. Because for the most part, I was like, bro, I have no clue how this little dude that can't jump over a phone book is guarding these bigs like this. But hey, man, it's all about leverage and understanding. But yeah, man, it's all about leveraging and understanding defense, I guess. But again, let me look at my man's real quick, see how tall Jaden McDaniels is. Man, I think Jaden McDaniels is like 6'9". Yeah, 6'9". And they out there putting him on bigs. I mean, on small guards that are known as the other team best player. I'm telling you, bro. What's good with it, Teach? Salute to you, bro. Salute to you. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you coming through, man. Quee say, hey, I guarded bigs and points. That was my point. And I think that's why I said I think 817 was misunderstanding what I'm telling them. But at the same time, bro, I'm like, I hooped. Like I had to guard people smaller than me. I had to guard people bigger than me. I had to guard people my height. It was just you just have to have the ability and skill set and know how and smarts when it comes to playing defense to be able to do that. And defense is all about effort too. You know what I mean? The good defenders, they just put in a lot of effort. They understand that, like, it's an ongoing battle. You're not just gonna stop somebody once and that's the end of the play. Like, nah, that's effort. You know what I'm saying? For 48 minutes or however long you're in the game for. But if 817 want to make a bet, man, I can definitely find some stuff to admission of plenty of colleagues of JT and JB, of them saying JB's a better defender, but Jason Tatum is he's trying to get better at playing defense, but and there's plenty of clips where he's not guarding the other team best player. Plain and simple. Him being 6'8" still don't matter, bro. There's plenty of examples of big guards guarding smaller guards. Why was Jordan telling Scotty to guard AI, and AI shook Jordan ass about them nice J's. Like, AI is 5'10", bro. They had people that was like 6'5" trying to guard him. Kobe, prime example. Kobe guarding AI. They use length and height on small guards, bro. That's the recipe of what they want to do from a strategic point to make it tough on them. They have to. That's what they do. Quee said, I enjoy guarding points. They used to be pissed at me. I'm leaving a handprint on an arm or a hand. They gonna remember me. Yeah, nah, you weren't playing basketball. I don't know what the hell you was doing out there. Quee said, now my cousin that I sent you the video of, I'm pushing him down. He ain't dunking on me. Yeah, nah. See, and that's the thing I told y'all, man. Like, she ain't playing. Quee ain't playing no damn. She ain't playing basketball. She playing rugby and some other stuff. But that's the thing. What I'm saying to y'all, man. Like, when you playing basketball and you're a bigger guard, you're gonna have to guard smaller guards if you're shifty enough. Why do you think, like, when they put PJ Washington or PJ Tucker on something, like, he got cooked by Kyrie? It was like he still had to guard him, or he tried, but he got cooked. You throw different bodies at people to give them different looks. People that's extremely strong, just to kind of foul and rough them up a bit, tire them out, you know what I'm saying, take something out of their legs. Longer guards, just to kind of give them a different look, make it tough on them when they shoot a shot up and things of that nature. Sometimes they put smaller guards on smaller guards just to try and use quickness and things of that nature. Like, there's strategy into everything you do when you having a different defender guard somebody, bro. That's the only point I'm kind of trying to make for that. T said, if I'm a defensive coach, I teach my guys. I teach my guys to guys without using their hands. He said, I give up on steal a lot of the time, points in the foul line. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Teach. It's like literally, bro, you make them play defense without using their hands, and just kind of, force the other people to knock down the shot. Just keep them in front of you and make them take a tough shot. You know what I'm saying? Make them take a tough shot. That's what a lot of people try to do with Steph. Like, the thing that makes Steph tough, bro, it's like you not only have to stay in front of Steph, you also have to be ready at any time. As soon as he crosses half court, that he can pull up with ease. So it's like, what do? You literally almost want to force him to play the drive. You force him to drive. You don't want to look to give him open lanes. You want to give him an open look. You force Curry to drive. You force him to get to the rim. That's your best opportunity at having any way of blocking him, slowing him down, getting him not banged up as far as hurt, but just taking something out of his legs because you're making him put effort into that. If you give him space for him to shoot, I mean, hell, that's his preference of what he wants to do. He gonna fire that, he gonna launch and fire that thing up, and next thing you know, he done knocked down a NBA record of 15 threes or something crazy. You know what I mean? Quick said I was a defensive enforcer, according to the newspaper. Yeah, it sounded like it. It sounded like you was definitely doing something. Enforcing was the word. That's the absolute word. You was out there enforcing. They probably got freaking APBs out on you for assault and all type of stuff. But yeah, no, it's that's just part of it, man. Absolutely part of it. When you play in this game, you got to be able to make those changes. You got to be able to go out there and add on to your game. Because if you can't make any changes to your game, if you can't get better, guess what's gonna happen? People gonna start learning you. They're gonna learn your habits. They're gonna learn what it is you like to do. And the next thing you know, you're gonna find yourself in a dogfight every time you touch the ball, or you might become unplayable because the scouting report is force this person to go left, force this person to go right. They don't like doing step backs. They don't like this. They don't like that. You got to pay attention to all the things. You got to be able to diversify your game. You got to be able to do it. If you don't, if you're not a catch and shoot person, your time is not going to be long in the league if you can't do nothing with changing your game up or evolving or making yourself better. It's not going to happen. I can tell you that right now, and that is an absolute fact. If you're not a person that's not willing to add on to your game and work on perfecting your craft, you're not going to be in the league. I would say what? 10, 15, 10 to 20 years, stuff like that. 10 to 20. I always go 10 to 20. That maturation period is crazy. Think about it. If you're in the league for 10 years, you had to add on to your game. You had to make some type of improvement. If you didn't, they'd be gone. And there's plenty of examples of people where it's like they just couldn't hack it, they couldn't make it, they couldn't evolve with the game. Or there's people that changed their game and became strictly a defensive stopper or a 3-and-D guy with doing nothing else. They can't dribble, but they'll give you 3-and-D, they'll give you all the energy in the world, and they continue to make teams. Yes, those people are out there, but you definitely got to add on to your game in order to have longevity or maximizing your time in the NBA. Plain and simple. T said defense is the hardest thing to teach. Just because the way the NBA is today, you also got to think about your opponent creating fouls, which is unfortunate. That's true, but and teach the flip side to that is with all these challenges and replays of certain calls and stuff. As long as you're in defensive position, right, you have the potential to be able to challenge it. And if you challenge it, you could win that, meaning that you could get your timeout back or possession change and stuff like that. So for me, it's defense's effort, and all you got to do is just stay in front of them, and not, a lot of people reach and stuff. For the most part now, since the game is how it's changed, if you're leaning into somebody, jumping into somebody, or trying to draw a foul, hell, you might mess around and get an offensive foul. So it's became a little bit more easier to garner a offensive foul than it is defensive, if that makes sense. Or at least in my opinion, that's what I see. I see it from that way. But definitely I can see what you're saying, that it does make it a little bit harder now to play defense. But back in the day, man, they just did a lot of hand checking, bro. Like they would manipulate you to where they wanted you to go. And so that's why like players are like, man, the game is soft now and stuff like that. It's like, no, right now, man, in the game, they forcing you to move your feet. They forcing you to play defense. They forcing you to be able to be as athletic on the defensive end as that offensive player is on the offensive end. And a lot of players, and again, I was listening just to some old school cats talking about it, bro, and they was just like, yeah, man, this game done changed, and you can't, and the major thing I kept hearing is you can't hand check or you can't control certain things. And a lot of these players, if you go back and look at it, man, the hand checking, they're grabbing you by your hip when you're trying to go by them. So they're forcing you down, or they're forcing you to go a certain angle that you typically wouldn't be, it's helping them. They're forcing you to go wider when you want to go sharper. Like all of those things, hand manipulation is real when it comes to like hand checking, bro. That's why those players love hand checking back in the day. But now, it's changed. They making you have to slide your feet. Quee said the defense is soft as hell in the NBA, but not in the WNBA. Man, I said this on ETB show, Everything Boxing show, either last year, maybe last year or 2 years ago. Him, Monty Brown, and a couple other people was on the panel, and I told ETB, I said, bruh, the women have to play harder than the men just because they're working twice as hard to gain viewership from the casual fans or any fans. So they have to work twice as hard. They don't have that 45 or 40-inch vertical to make up for somebody getting past them that they can, you know what I'm saying, beat their shit off the backboard. No, they don't have that. So they have to know to move their feet. They have to know be in position to take charges and sitting in that seat and sliding your feet, you know what I mean, in the defensive stance. They have to know how to do it. NBA, bro, like you have a point where people can be standing straight up with you, just kind of jogging alongside you, and you go up for a layup. Next thing you know, they pinning your shit off the top of the backboard because they got a 40 or 49-inch vertical. It's like WNBA them got that. So what do? They have to work on their skills. They have to sharpen their skills. They have to understand footwork. They got to understand positioning, all of that at a higher level than men do. Am I saying that they do it better than men? No, I'm saying that they have to understand it at a higher level than men, and they play harder because they don't have those certain things that men have to make up where that comes into play. Make up to where somebody get past you, they can meet them at the rim type of thing. They don't have that. But what are you seeing now? You're seeing a whole bunch of, now I'll say this. You are seeing a whole lot of videos of women dunking. You seeing girls in high school, college, WNBA, they out here, you know what I'm saying? It went from being that Lisa Leslie, like, you know, little rim grazing, little 1 foot runner that I hate to say it, the ugliest thing in the world to see a dunk of, but then Brittany Griner, same thing. You seeing the kind of ugly little nat, like, you know, whatever kind of dunk. And then now all of a sudden you seeing like these younger generations of 2-hand throwdowns, reverse dunks. I haven't seen no windmilling, and I bet not seen no damn girl windmilling, but I haven't seen that yet. But I've been seeing like videos of them. It's not rim grazing dunks. Like these girls are getting up and actually like dunking like dudes to some degree. And I was like, damn, like that's wild. Absolutely wild to see it. And again, that just goes to show, like, you know, generation, it's evolving from a point where, you know, women's athletics are starting to, I would say, catch up to some degree. You know what I mean? Definitely some degree. I would say one sport that jumps out to me right away, a sport that I love to watch and things like that, that I can say that a woman could compete with a man is track and field. You know what I mean? That's one where you're going to get exposed if you got real speed or not. There's some fastest women out there that's dusting some of these guys that claim they fast. And it's like, if you got speed, you got speed. Speed ain't got nothing to do with gender. You know what I mean? That's one sport. Again, one sport that comes out right away to me is that one. T said, who are your two prospects from the draft? Honestly, I didn't watch it. I'll be honest too, I didn't watch it either. I didn't watch the draft. Just because I follow basketball a little bit closer, I could name a couple people. But if I was to ask a random person that who's the number 1, number 2, or number 3 overall draft pick, they wouldn't be able to name it. If I said who is the biggest name in the draft, everybody in the world gonna say Bronny James. And right behind him, you might have Dalton Connect. Reason being, they're teammates. So anytime when Bronny is getting airtime or screen time, Connect is right there. So you kind of have to talk about him. But outside of that, man, I've never seen a number 2, 55th overall pick or in the second round draft pick get this much publicity and things of that nature. So again, his daddy did his job. People gonna say, "What you mean, A1? What do you mean his daddy did his job?" The same way you do on a normal thing when you, at a current or any job you go to where you gotta do an interview. If you know somebody that work at that job, they give you a referral. What did they do? They crack the door open. Next thing you do after that is you got to walk in, nail the interview, sell yourself on your resume, and let them know how you'll be an attribute to their team. Bronny did the same thing. LeBron opened the door. Bronny had to go in that combine, run those drills, run those cones, put those shots up, show the workout drills, and do all that type of stuff, and then allow them to make the decision on whether or not they're going to draft him or not. Now they got drafted. Now the journey begins. Now you got to start your development process and things of that nature. Right now, that man is being judged off of a curve as if he's like a 5-year. This is his 5th year in the league, you know, and it's make or break for him. That's how they're treating this dude. And they got to still understand, Bronny is a teenager. Dude can't even legally drink, but yet he getting treated as if, again, he's a veteran that's in the league or something like that. I don't understand the hate. You know what I mean? I just let it be what it's gonna be. I did my last live when I was talking about whoever wanted to smoke on it, pull up, and I was gonna cook their ass on it. I was like, got tired of hearing the slander of this teenager. That's the only thing he trying to do is play ball. And people saying, well, there's other people that's more deserving. There's always other people that are more deserving, or whether it be a position in the office, on a team somewhere, that never makes it. There's always those people that that ain't just this draft that happens in. That's not just this draft where you have a bunch of unnamed or unknown players. They got drafted and they gonna receive some money and probably never receive any minutes in the NBA, but they got drafted. That happens every single year. It's not a surprise. It's nothing new. The people just hate the fact that it's LeBron James' son. They hate the fact they seeing the James family winning on all levels. They hate the fact that they seeing somebody that everybody forgot all of a sudden that this dude had a heart issue, had heart surgery, missed a good portion of his college career, came back, played some games in college, and was still, while he was playing himself back into basketball shape. Now, people think like if you're in basketball shape versus just being in shape, they're completely two different things. Now, imagine going from being regular shape to basketball shape to college shape to NBA shape. It's two different things. Your body has to be on a whole different level to compete with the game and how fast it is at an NBA level. And again, these are things people just randomly forget, and they forget all of this happening within a 1 year's time frame for Bronny. But hey, man, like I said, I'm not the biggest LeBron fan. I'm also not a LeBron hater. I'm not the biggest Bronny fan. I'm also not a Bronny hater. For me, I can call it right down the middle and be as objective as possible about it, just because I'm a true fan of the sport. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of the sport, and I support what I see in people winning. And for me, again, obviously being a new father, everybody knows I got 3-year-old, 2-year-old, one more on the way. So for me, I look at it as if I'm excited for him and the James family to see them winning. Plain and simple. I hope Bryce make it, and I don't even know how old Bryce is. I hope he get drafted, and LeBron is still having something to do in the NBA, because people are gonna be sick to their stomach. But then all of a sudden, people are gonna forget about the Brent Berry, the John Berry, what was the other one? It was Brent, John, and something else. I can't the Berry brothers. They forgot about them. They forgot about the who else was it, man? The Morris twins. They forgot, like, there's a litany of brothers that play in the game. But then there's also situations where you have fathers that are involved in a professional sport at some level, whether it's like a GM or assistant VP or coaching staff, whatever the case may be. Like, it doesn't matter. They're still involved in the professional sport. A lot of these athletes that get drafted or that get mentions or get notified or noticed are people that have relatives that played in the NBA to some degree. It's just the reality of it, man. Like, you don't get exposure unless somebody is out there promoting to try and help align those type of opportunities for you. Now, again, once they align the opportunity, it's on you to go out there and execute. You know what I mean? T said that worries me when I heard he had a seizure. Yeah, it was just a heart situation, bro. And then he got it fixed. But why did he get a heart? Because he had an actual heart. Like, it was let me take a look, man. 1 second. One second. So he had a ventricular septal defect. So he had a Wolf Parkinson's White. And they're giving all these other extreme terminology and stuff like that. But it was like a cardiac arrest. So that's pretty much just having something to do with his heart, that he had got that whole situation fixed. and that could happen to pretty much anybody, even myself. I was 17 or 18. I think I was 17, and my right lung had collapsed out of nowhere, and they told me it was due to the fact of my height, weight, and size. At the time of being 17, I was like 6'2", 6'3", like 190, 195. So I was athletic built, the same way how I am now. Taller, weight 215, 220. So it's like still athletic build. I'm not a scrawny little skinny guy. So it's like athletic build. And they just told me, like, for people your height and weight, it's not uncommon for something like that to happen. I've never, smoked or anything like that in my entire life. But I just randomly had my right lung collapse, like when I was that young. So, some things like that happen. It's just random. And that was a situation with him. That just something that it just happened. You know what I mean? Quick said heart attack. Yep. Yep. So yeah, so it's just one of the things, man, where it's like it's just random, it happened, but it's like, what does he do? He bounces back from it. He rests, heals up, get back to collegiate basketball, competes collegiate basketball, then enters the draft, and then works his way from there, and he ends up getting drafted. It's like, people hate it, but then it's like, man, I don't know. A lot of people out here are weird. That's one thing I can say. It's a lot of weird people and weird type of time that just don't want to see nobody else win, no matter what. And hey, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is for me. Let's see, what time is it? 4:30. I know that Boots fight is coming on soon too, so that's why I was actually gonna get up out and get in here, get a live in. Definitely talk this basketball with y'all. Anybody and everybody that wanted to pop through, check it out. Hope y'all enjoyed that joint, but talk about that and then get my butt up off of here before that fight starts, so I can definitely enjoy watching that. See Boots go out here and do what Boots does. Hopefully nothing crazy happened, but just definitely go out there, see him put on a performance and enjoy the show. That's what I was doing. Definitely gonna do for my Saturday night. Quee said that's unfortunate, just like the brother from The Sixth Man. That was a good movie. That's a fact. In them situations is every single year. We all know or knew somebody that could have easily been in the NBA, but it just wasn't in the deck of cards for him. It just wasn't in for him. Ain't no way around it. We can't do nothing about it. It's just, things happen. Life is real. You know what I mean? T said, I played sports coming up, never had an issue. Yeah, T, that's the thing, bro. It was weird. It was super weird. For me, I did track and football and basketball, and then went away from track and football just because I fell in love with basketball more. But I was always good at both. Track, I was a sprinter. I couldn't do long distance to save my life, bro. But 100, 200, yeah, I was with it all day. Second, third in the nation for my age at the time when I did it and stuff. That's something I could do. And the only thing that did was transition to me to be able to jump high for basketball. You know what I mean? I could dunk off vertical and all type of stuff. Still can dunk now too. So it's like, yeah, all those sports, man, they definitely tie into one another for the athleticism part of it. T said during COVID, I got a pulmonary embolism, blood clot in my lungs. That's hopefully teach you all good now, man, healed up and everything is right, man. Quee said happened to Shaq's son. Yep. And I think that was Sharif, right? I think that's Sharif it happened to. I think it was Sharif. T said I never had COVID though. Yeah, that junk is wild, man. That junk is absolutely wild. T said I couldn't take more than 5 steps. Yeah, that stuff is real, bro. Health is one of them things where if it happened at random or something serious happened, it's you got to deal with it as best as you can. Ain't much you can do about it. You just gotta, hope the body's strong, keep positive, keep a core group around you that's definitely gonna be able to help you. You know what I'm saying? Get back to health, and then from there, it's like learn from it, make sure it never happen again. If it's not a freak accident type of thing, you know what I mean? Quee say yes, the tall one. Yeah, I can't remember. I think it is Sharif is the one, and I think he was supposed to be playing. Either he's playing collegiate ball or he might be playing overseas, or I don't know if he entered the draft, but I know he was playing in the Drew League game, if I'm not mistaken, and he was out there bodying people. So it's just one of them things, man. You just got to keep working and keep getting after it because you got the people there. That's the namesake that's gonna get you in the door. It's just, can your skills be a selling point that's gonna help you stay in and kind of grow from there? That's the only difference. Quee said, "Teach, I'm glad you're doing a lot better now." Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man. So that's my little time for the day. I wanted to pop in, get an hour in, and chop it up with y'all. I missed yesterday, which is my typical every single Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific, 3 or 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. But I'm gonna make sure I get back to that joint. I just missed yesterday, so I pulled it up. Wanted to get it in today with y'all. T said I'm all good now and decided by myself to stop taking blood thinners and just be more active now. Yeah, that's funny. Not funny, Teach, but a lot of people, it's funny you say you just stop doing it and start doing certain things like kind of self-healing methods. A lot of people nowadays are doing that and it's working out for them. You know what I mean? A lot of people on certain things. Now me, I'm saying do what's best for your health. Do it. I'm not gonna tell nobody to get off of something and something happen. Hey, don't sue me. I'm not telling nobody to do it. Only thing I'm saying is do what's best for your health. Listen to your health advisors or listen to yourself or listen to whatever religious belief you believe in. Just stay alive and stay healthy. That's the only thing I'm gonna say to everybody. Stay alive and stay healthy. removing myself from any of those type of risks, man. But yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna get my butt up out of here, go watch this Boost fight. I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming through, rocking out with me Saturday for this hour. Demetrius, right? Salute to you, brother. Hitting that super chat. Definitely appreciate that. Everybody that showed up and showed love in the chat as well, being active and keeping the conversation going. Much love and appreciation for that. And again, teach health, good health to you, brother. Good fortune. Quick salute to you as well. I know you were one of the last ones standing in the chat. And anybody else, yeah, for sure. We definitely gonna keep rocking, keep going. T said it was 4 years ago, going good so far. Hey, that's good to hear, man. I'm happy. But we're gonna keep rocking and keep going, man. Y'all see it. I'm dropping basketball content like crazy, left and right. So y'all make sure y'all hit the notification bell if you're not getting any of the notifications about videos dropping or anything like that. Click that, turn it off, turn it back on. Sub to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you coming through. Be back with y'all another one. We out of here. Enjoy your weekend. We gone.